The police never investigated Hydra's death, says a former NIA agent. The rapid increase of new COVID-19 infections rattles South Africa's health system. And the Gulf nations have signed a peace deal with Qatar after years of tension. Well, these and more coming your way on The World Today. Hello, this is Africa TV and you are watching the World Today News Bulletin. I am Amadou Kante. Many thanks for joining us, and now the news in detail. And we begin with matters of the TRRC. Because Omar Cham, a former NIA operative, told the commission that the police never investigated the death of Dada Hydra, a journalist who was gunned down in 2004 after closing from work. He was part of the investigators into Esa Baji's drug case and said that the case was a fabrication. Omar Ahmad Toure has more of that in this report.
Omar Cham, a former NIA operative, said police never investigated Dada Hydra's death but pretended doing so, and that was why they came with a make-up report that he could have been killed by people who held personal vendetta against him. He tells the commission the nature of the police investigations.
What gave that impression, that big impression, they are going to handle this diligently and make sure that the truth is established. Everything surrounding his death will be investigated and known. That was just an impression. It was false, but nothing genuine was done.
Cham told the commission that Silaba Samate was accused of drug trafficking, but later used as a principal witness against Esa Baji, his co-accused. Omar explains the ploy Silaba used to get former IG Esa Baji trapped in the selling of illegal drugs.
Because what
I said from the onset is that he was not tortured because I was not aware of it. And still, that's what you are saying, that he was tortured. Then, as far as I don't know, I cannot ascertain it.
You have moved down to, I don't know whether he was tortured. Maybe the next step would be, maybe he was tortured, maybe not.
I don't agree to that.
Did you ever hold the hand of his child to go away with the child to make him believe that something was going to happen to the child?
I have never set eyes on his son, much more to hold his hand.
How do you know we are talking about his son?
As what we said, if you say a child, that means it's his sibling.
The former investigator at NIA, however, said the armed robbery case against Esa Baji was a genuine one, as their investigations revealed that he was an accomplice to Soriba Konde, alias Ramses, a notorious robber. He, however, denied involvement in the torture of Esa Baji and Silaba Samate, but accepted involvement in the torture of 7 other people. The 50-year-old Cham said he regretted all the wrongs he did to people while serving as state operative and asked for forgiveness. For Africa TV, I am Omar Ahmad Toure.
And we will bring you the part 2 of Omar Cham's testimony before Gambia Truth Commission in our subsequent news edition. Now, the management of the Gambia Port Authority Ferry Service has announced on Tuesday that a Senegalese truck with a number plate of KL5203B loaded with garnet from Yali to Bambatenda fell on the Senegambia Bridge on Monday night. The said incident is said to have blocked traffic from both ends of the bridge. The management further said they are working on logistics to move the truck off the bridge. Meanwhile, all vehicles and passengers are kindly urged to use the Banjul Barra crossing until the situation is brought under control. the statement added. Now, joining me on the line to discuss more on this development is the spokesperson of the Gambia Ports Authority, Lamin Sanyang. Well, Mr. Sanyang, thank you very much for joining us to discuss on this matter. Now, have you already established the cause of this Monday night accident?
TV online. Yes, we do report on our Facebook page regards to the incident that happened today at the Trans-Gambia Bridge. The incident happened yesterday around 11 o'clock p.m. And we have confirmed that the truck has failed off the bridge just some minutes before it just go out of the bridge. I think there is one of the adjustments on the vehicle that has resulted to the vehicle's, lack of control of the case that was carrying the groundnut. The vehicle was overloaded with groundnut, and as a result, it was not able to carry it and fall off the bridge as of now.
All right. Now, how serious was their accident, and was there any damages or fatalities that happened?
Yes, as far as the information that we gather from our manager on the ground, we didn't receive any casualty, although the driver was believed to have some bruises on his head. That is a minor injuries. We have confirmed that there were minor injuries. That's what we confirm. And as we speak right now, the truck is already removed from the bridge and positioned on the side of the bridge so that the transport will be easy.
All right. Probably partly you have answered that. I was going to ask, how soon would you complete evacuating the truck for normal traffic to resume? Is there any alternative in place for now for road users of that part of the country to start crossing at that end?
Your communication is echoing. I'm not getting you clear.
Yes, I was asking, of course, how soon would the road users of that part of the country would start using the bridge, considering the accident that happened? Yeah,
I'm not getting you clear. It seems your communication is echoing on the background.
Well, of course, a big apology for that. But I was just asking, on your effort to remove the truck from the bridge, whether everything is completed and how soon the traffic would return to normalcy.
When the management were informed about the incident, the management decided to engage our staff on the ground to hire a crane to the cost of $20,000 to come and lift the truck from the bridge and put it aside. So actually what has happened is that we have hired a crane that came to lift the truck from the bridge, because how it falls on the bridge, it has blocked the both sides of the roads, both going and coming. So transport will be at standstill, because otherwise, if we don't remove the truck, no vehicle will be able to fly the Trans-Gambia Bridge, and we cannot allow that to happen due to the high demand of the crossing. So this is why we have to hire a crane to come and remove the truck from the bridge, and this is what has happened, management response.
All right. Now, what advice would you have for drivers that always plight the road, and considering of the situation and the blockage of the rest at the moment, and how frequent does such kind of accidents happen in these roads?
Yeah. My advice to the drivers is that they are the one who own their trucks, and they are the one who better know the condition of their vehicles, because this bridge is a little bit high, and as a result, trucks that should be plying the bridge should be in good condition in terms of even the brakes should all be in order. The vehicle's body should also be in order, particularly trucks that are carrying heavy loaded goods. They should always be in good, condition, so that they will be able to cross the bridge easily without any hindrance. But as far as we know, since the commissioning of this bridge, we haven't received such a kind of an incident of this nature for a truck to be carrying goods and just fall on the bridge like that.
Okay.
This is just something that just started to happen, but we will advise the truck drivers to be very careful and know that their vehicles should always be in good condition before they try to fly the bridge, to avoid any accident of this nature and any future hindrance, because some of these accidents that are happening on the bridge can also bring difficulties when it comes to the traffic, and the operations. So at the end of the day, the bridge was very costly on the side of the government. So certain incidences can bring, hindrance to the bridge, and we don't want to see that happen. So we want them to collaborate with our
finally,
supervisors on the ground who are coordinating on which trucks should be boarding the bridge. And at the end of the day, if they get advice from our people with regards to their tonnage, they should always, heed to the advice, because this is going to be at their own safety and the safety of the general public.
All right. Just lastly, I hope you can hear me well. Of course, it's good to advise, but
very clear. I can get you very clear now.
Very well. I was saying it's good to advise, but at your own level, that is the GPA, what measures are you putting in place to avert such thing happening again?
Yes. Already there are mechanisms in place when you look at the situation in which the trucks are to cross the bridge. Because already when the bridge was constructed, there were reflectors that have been, signboards. There are signs that are indicating, on how you should board the bridge. So these are some of the regulations that they should be listening to, and be listening to the advices of our people. Because we have, a team of ferry staff who are on the ground that are always trying to coordinate on which truck is to board and on what directive you should board the bridge.
All right.
Those are the mechanisms we have in place. There are people on the ground who should advise them, who should direct them on how to go with it. But when you look at the situation of this other truck, it has already, gone off the bridge. It was just left within, less than 30 meters just to go out of the bridge. Then I think at the time it was just going down the bridge. That was the time that it lose control over the goods that were on the quay, or on the carrier. So the carrier was overloaded. And these are some of the things. When you talk to them, they will think that you don't want them to cross. But they should always be mindful of how they load, because every truck has its own capacity. So, but if you want to overload your truck, at the end of the day, it will bring, the impact will be seen when you are to either to cross the bridge or when you are to go down the bridge. The impact will be felt. So this is a matter of course, concern that they should all have.
All right.
Together with us, because we are together in the operations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
The Public Relations Officer, that's the PR of the Gambia Ports Authority. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
All right. There you go. That was the spokesperson of the Gambia Ports Authority giving us more details of the the road accident that happened in the at the Senegambia Bridge, where a Senegalese truck is said to be down in that end of the country. Now, away from that, the second wave of the coronavirus pandemic is increasingly causing havoc in South Africa, mainly in Western Cape, where more than 7,000 people lost their lives in the area. The country's health minister has deployed more medical staff to help ease the pressure on health workers, while authorities are finalizing measures to acquire COVID-19 vaccines from India, which is being welcomed by the frontline health workers. Here are more details of that in this report.
Far higher than expected. That's how South Africa's National Health Minister has described the number of COVID-19 cases in the Western Cape. Over 200,000 people in this province have so far been infected, and more than 7,000 have been killed by the virus.
With the second wave, the patients are a lot more sicker. There's more of them coming in to be admitted, to be referred, to be treated. We've seen a lot more positive cases with the second wave. This is a high-risk zone for COVID infection. We're doing the best that we can. There's COVID everywhere.
We are seeing more patients needing admission and referral to ICUs. We are also seeing, oddly enough, a younger population that actually comes in quite sick that we did not see during the first wave.
Hundreds of new beds, as well as triage facilities, have been brought online at field hospitals and functioning hospitals across the Western Cape. And the Provincial Health Minister welcomed additional staff here at the Westphalia District Hospital, which treats both urban and rural communities.
They have added additional staff. There's a new layer of staff, which is the ward assistants. It's a people that they are appointed from the NGOs, the NPOs, to be able to assist on the non-invasive, non-professional kind of the activities. For example, in terms of assisting with bathing, assisting with making the patient comfortable and all of those, so that the nurses and the doctors and others who are the health professionals could be able to focus on that.
Nurses, doctors and other healthcare workers here in the Western Cape have welcomed news that the South African government has secured 1.5 million vaccines from India, which it plans to roll out to frontline healthcare workers over the next 2 months.
I'm looking forward to getting my shot. We are excited and we hope that the promise is kept. Because I think we are in the front line. We are usually first in line to be exposed to a positive patient. So it's quite important that we be immunized in the hope that it will roll out to the entire country at some point.
For now, local officials are still working hard to get the message of social distancing across.
Keep 1.5 meters apart, cover your cough, and if you are sick, stay at home. Together, we can fight this virus.
African authorities there, of course, initiating new measures to contain the fast spread of the COVID-19 pandemic in the country. Now we come back home because the National Youth President of the Gambia Moral Congress, GDC, Mudlamin Cham, alias MC Cham, have told iAfrica TV on Tuesday that President Barrow will never fulfill the promises he made to Gambians during his 2020 nationwide tour. He said President Barrow made many promises to different constituencies across the country, ranging from road constructions and free education, among others. Mariama Cham tells us more of that.
One of the promises made by President Adama Barrow's government is to install free Wi-Fi to the people of Brikama in the West Coast region. Despite the size and population of the country, internet connectivity is a challenge and costly to many Gambians. The Gambian leader also promised to transform the national GSM operator Gamcell into a 4G network to ease internet connectivity problems in the Gambia. However, MC Cham describes the promises made by President Barrow as campaign messages, arguing that Barrow's government is yet to fulfill any of the promises it made to the people of Brikama for the past 3 years.
For Barrow giving out an interview or promise the people of Brikama is not a surprise to us. He have never fulfilled his promise. He have been promising the people of Brikama, I think, since 2018, that he will give them the Wi-Fi, and still now we don't see anything yet. So I don't think that it's just a matter of a campaign promising that we have been seeing Barrow is doing for the past 4 years. He always promised people that, but he will never fulfill his promise. So for me, I cannot focus more on that area, but I know that he will never fulfill his promise towards his people of Brikama.
Meanwhile, during President Barrow's meeting in the Joswang constituency, President Barrow made similar promises to build first-class roads in Ibo Town, a settlement on watercourses that lacks access to roads mainly during the summer. This promise is based on a government plan to build 20 new roads as part of the development program for the 2022 OIC summit to be held in Banjul. However, MC Cham said the promises Barrow couldn't fulfill in 4 years cannot realize it in the final 9 months of his term.
Ibo Town, we know we have been seeing a lot of presidents have always come there, make a lot of promises. But for Barrow, for me, I never believe Barrow, whatever he said concerning about his promise in campaign, because we have been seeing 2016 when he was campaigning, he promised a lot of Gambians. There was a manifesto that he was campaigning, but after all, he's never fulfilled anything about his manifesto. So I think that for me to focus more on Barrow promising, I think Barrow just want to mislead the public, or he want to fool the public about this promising, campaign promising, because we have been seeing that he have been promising the people that I will do this and this. Look at, he was saying that 2019 should be a turning point for development in this country, and that he will lay the foundations to between Bani and Bara. We have not seen anything yet. So that means that now we are into 2021. So we are in campaign period. So whatever he wants, he's doing, he's just doing for the campaign. What Barrow cannot do it for the past 4 years, he cannot do it for just for 11 months.
MC Cham reveals that the GDC will hold its Congress and a rally latest this month, as election is just less than a year before Gambians head to the polls to elect a leader to steer the affairs of the Gambia for a period of 5 years. Reporting for iAfrica News, I am Mariama Cham.
The National Youth President of the Gambia Democratic Congress said that President Barrow will never fulfill his promise. And with that report from Mariama Cham, we will now take a break and come back shortly with the remaining of the story. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
For the first time in the Gambia, your favorite GSM operator, Africell, is the first and only GSM operator to launch a brand new technology called the eSIM. The eSIM simply means you can use your phone without a SIM card. Do you have an iPhone 11, any of the iPhone X series, a Google Pixel 3, or any new phone that supports the e-technology? Then walk into any Africell customer care center and activate your eSIM today. With your virtual Africell SIM, you can use more than one number without having a physical SIM card in your phone. Enjoy this brand new technology for the first time in the Gambia, brought to you by Africell. eSIM, your phone without a SIM card. For more information, please call 111. Where Africell goes, nobody dares to follow.
Welcome back, and once again, thanks for joining us. Now, after years of diplomatic rift between member states of the Gulf Cooperation Council and Qatar, a new peace agreement has been reached to boost relations between Arab countries. There are also hopes of restoring relations with Ankara, which is expected to ease tensions in the Middle East. However, experts say Libya could still be an area of contention for the Arab nations. Let's have more details of that in this report.
By signing the agreement in Al Ula, Saudi Arabia, Egypt and all Gulf Cooperation Council states marked a new beginning in their ties with Qatar. They were divided over conflicts like Yemen, Syria or relations with Iran, but the biggest difference they had was in Libya. There are indications that even the tension between Arab nations and Turkey may soon fade away. Ankara, the biggest regional military player in Libya, has been releasing statements recently hinting to open communication with Egypt and Saudi Arabia. Turkey and Qatar both support the government of national accord in Tripoli, while the rest of the players in the Gulf diplomatic rift support the Eastern politicians.
I am both optimistic and pessimistic. These are positive developments, but Libya could become a battle zone for these Arab nations to settle their differences. Don't forget, this is a proxy war, and before 2017, there was no diplomatic rift in the Gulf, yet Libya was still torn apart.
The new year has so far seen the Libyan peace talks progress well. Libyans have accepted a UN proposal to send non-armed monitors to Sirte to help in stabilizing the current ceasefire. Regional politics in the Middle East appear to be set for the first time in years to support progress in Libya. Nations are settling some of their disputes, pushing for stability in the region. All what Libya needs now is for rival factions to end the conflict and pave the road for an elected authority.
From the report there in Cairo, Egypt, we come back home because Usman Gai, the former acting chairman of the Brikama Area Council, on Sunday at a cleansing exercise that took place on the dumping site of the old Jundu market, threatened to sue the bank, or the BAC rather, if they fail to do what is expected of them. Gai alleged that the Brikama Area Council have woefully failed the Committee of Old Yundum for not responding to their needs by addressing them. Now, he said the market was handed over to the council a couple of years ago, and since then they have been generating a lot of revenue on a daily basis. Fatma Kasim tells us more of that.
The Brikama Area Council in the Kombo Central region is in charge of land rates collection as well as refuse collection. However, Usman Gai, a one-time acting chairman of the council, said from 2007 the market was handed over to the said council, and up to date they are still paying their dues with nothing in return. Gai said they handed over the management of the market to the Brikama Area Council, but they are not doing what is expected from them.
For the past 10 years, Brikama Area Council collect.
For the past 10 years, Brikama Area Council have been collecting the monies of the people. The Local Government Act states that If the council collects 100, they should give back 60 to the people, not giving them money, but develop the place. For more than 10 years, since 2007 to date, people have been paying license and their daily dues. And if we are to calculate that, it will be more than $50 million. We want the council to ask themselves how much they give back to the Old Yundum market.
Gay added that compared to the toilets in Birkama Market and Nemakunku, the toilets in Old Yundum are the worst, which he described as a chicken house. The then acting chairman threatens to sue the council to court if they fail to develop the Old Yundum market just like that of Birkama in mid-March.
Legi mangi Birkama area council nañ condemn kama bi nañ still there are more space.
We want good toilets like the one in Birkama. You can even eat there. A toilet should be standard. We are asking the council to condemn these toilets and work together with the new market committee to build a new standard toilet. If they fail to do so, I am working with the community and lawyers. Failure to do so, by mid-March, we will sue them to court. It's either the market should be given to the VDC to manage or we divide it 50-50. Hence, they don't return back the income collected from the market to develop the market.
Gay calls the council to come and meet with the Old Yundum Village Development Committee and Market Committee to forge a way out in addressing these issues. Old Yundum is a small town in Gambia situated in the Kombo North West Coast region. We will contact Birkama Area Council for further clarification on this matter. For iAfrica TV, I am Fatoumata Kasim.
That report there by Fatoumata Kasim takes us to Ethiopia finally. Now, the Ethiopian National Army has finally captured top Tigrayan leaders after months of conflict in the region. Despite the citizens' support in executing their mandate, the army says the former leader of the regional administration is still at large. International organizations, including the United Nations, have expressed concern of humanitarian situation in the region. Here are more details of that in this report.
The top TPLF leadership, including its founder Sabat Nega, seen here handcuffed, were apprehended in central Tigray's rugged terrain. Also seen here are 8 other former top office holders arrested, such as the ex-regional council speaker, former Ethiopian ambassador to Sudan, and bureau heads of the regional state.
As per the orders given to us, we have been executing the job of hunting down these criminals 24/7. As per the information we got from people here, we have finally managed to arrest them. The place where we have found them is difficult for people to survive.
This is seen as a major milestone in the efforts of Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's government to wrap up what it has called a law and order enforcement mission in the region. It's also an important step in plans to bring the TPLF leadership accused of orchestrating the deadly attack on the National Defense Force Northern Command base to justice. The army has said that the hunt targeting the former president of the regional administration, Debretsion Gebremichael, continues.
The people of Tigray have no more allegiance with these people. People are tired of the TPLF leadership and do not want to cooperate with them. Besides that, people around here have been pretty much cooperative with us by delivering valuable information to our members daily.
On the other hand, Tigray remains by and large peaceful, and people are leading their daily lives normally in different parts of the region. Many, including organizations like the UN, are vocal about the humanitarian situation in the northern territory of Ethiopia. They say there are places that are inaccessible due to ongoing conflicts in some pockets. The government is of a different opinion, however. It maintains that the delivery of relief services, repatriation work, and rehabilitation programs are all going on smoothly.
That report there from Ethiopia finally bring this news bulletin to an end. But for more details on this and other stories, as always, you can log on our website on africa.tv. Well, Mariam Cham would be here at 19:30 GMT or 7:30 local time for the Gambia 24 news bulletin. But for now, many thanks for the pleasure of your company. Thanks for watching. Stay safe and bye for now.